Now, away from that refreshing news, Pope Francis has been laid to rest at the Basilica of St. Mary Major in Rome, honoring his final wishes to be buried outside the Vatican, the first pontiff in over a century to do so. His coffin was transported from St. Peter's Square at the Vatican to his final resting place following a funeral attended by an estimated 250,000 mourners, including world leaders and monarchs. The beloved pontiff passed away on Easter Monday, April 21, at the age of 88. There is more in this report.
The funeral rites began with a mass at the Vatican, drawing thousands of faithful from across the globe. Cardinal Giovanni Battista, Dean of the College of Cardinals, delivered a homily reflecting on Pope Francis's enduring commitment to the causes he championed, caring for migrants, ending wars, and protecting the environment. On Saturday morning, over 250,000 people gathered at St. Peter's Square and its surroundings to bid a final farewell to Pope Francis during the Requiem Mass. Following the service, his coffin was carried in a solemn procession through the streets of Rome to the Basilica of St. Mary Major, as thousands lined the route in tribute. Pope Francis will be remembered as a transformative figure in the Catholic Church. Since his election in March 2013, he became known as the People's Pope for his tireless advocacy for the poor, marginalized, and for a more inclusive and a compassionate church. Among the dignitaries present at the funeral were Prince William, U.S. President Donald Trump, former U.S. President Joe Biden, and French President Emmanuel Macron. The event also saw a significant moment as President Trump and Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky met for the first time since their tense encounter at the White House earlier in February. After the Mass and the solemn procession, the Pope's coffin arrived at St. Mary Major Basilica, where he was laid to rest. Meanwhile, in Ghana and many other parts of the world, parishes held prayer vigils to honor the late Pontiff's memory. In Accra, a special Requiem Mass was celebrated at the Apostolic Nunciature, presided over by His Excellency Monsignor Julian Kabori in collaboration with the Ghana Catholic Bishops' Conference. As the Church mourns, attention now turns to the future. More than 1 billion Catholics worldwide await the election of a new Pope. Around 120 cardinal electors under the age of 80 will soon gather in the Sistine Chapel for a conclave to select the next Supreme Pontiff.